Coming up on Volusia Magazine, we head back to Artisan Alley, bike, hike, and fish in the county, and grow a garden at a local school. Those stories and more coming up next. Hello and welcome to Volusia Magazine. I'm Amber Osman. There's a Friday night farmers market in DeLand that offers locally grown produce. Dr. Holly Smith shows us how a creative program now is helping everyone to access those fresh foods.
I think this is the best selection of fresh produce in all of Volusia County.
That's Maxwell Drosnin. He's the Community Engagement Coordinator at Stetson University. He's getting a lot of credit for opening up this Friday night farmers market to people who receive Supplemental Nutrition Assistance, or SNAP. You may recognize the program as food stamps. It helps people of low socioeconomic status to purchase groceries using an electronic benefit card. The Artisan Alley Friday Farmers Market is a producer-only market. The produce is grown within 50 miles. In fact, most of it's from West Volusia. And even though all of this fresh fruit is grown locally right here, not everyone has access to it.
What we found was that this market was one of the closest sources of fresh produce to the Spring Hill community. And there's a lot of people in Spring Hill that use SNAP benefits. And unfortunately, sometimes when you're living paycheck to paycheck, you don't go shopping with cash.
And that's the problem, or it used to be anyway. SNAP benefits can be used to purchase the items sold here at the market, but that nifty electronic card was not usable here in the alley.
So farmers markets have locally grown fresh fruits and vegetables, but they don't have electricity, telephone lines, or credit card machines. Farmers only accept cold hard cash. People with SNAP benefits don't have that. They have an electronic card, and without electricity, they can't buy from these farmers. So what the market has done is come up with a currency exchange system. They exchange the digital dollars on the SNAP cards for chips that can be spent right here with the farmers.
But the organizers did not stop there.
And then we said, well, okay, well, how can we further increase access? So we partnered with what's called Fresh Access Bucks, which is a nutrition incentive program. So when an individual on SNAP comes with their EBT card and say they want to spend $40 at this market, they'll swipe their EBT card just like they would with any other transaction, and instead of $40, we'll give them $80 worth of tokens.
So how can the chips be used? Well, $40 of that $80 spends just like cash at the market. All of the SNAP eligible vendors accept the chips. That includes the farmers, the honey stand, baked goods, the bread truck, even frozen foods like lasagna. The other $40 are called Fresh Access Bucks. Those are the green tokens. The Fresh Access Bucks can be used to purchase fresh produce and fruit and trees. It's a grant-funded match that's designed to incorporate more local fruits and vegetables into the user's diet. In fact, this is the first farmers market in the county to have this type of partnership that matches SNAP benefits with Fresh Access Bucks. Farmer Mary Talbot participates in the program.
It's really sweet. I think a lot of people are excited they can use it. Oftentimes there's a little bit of shyness of, can I use my poker chips here, you know? Because it's kind of fun, new money. But yeah, so far it's been great. You know, in Florida, and I think, you know, in the entire United States, it's mostly, you know, families with children and the elderly population that use it. So I think it's good that those folks are getting a chance to have more fresh stuff. And it means it's inclusive and anybody can come and spend the currency that they have.
The market has found a creative way to remove a barrier that can keep SNAP recipients from accessing these fresh foods. That solution, though, also is helping to keep fresh food in this community for everyone to pick up on Friday nights.
You're not only purchasing fresh produce, you're supporting local farmers who are growing organically, and it's just a fantastic group of people and just amazing quality of produce.
The Artisan Alley Friday Farmers Market is open from 6 to 9 every Friday night in DeLand. Wondering where it's located? Well, it's down the alley, just west of Woodland Boulevard and New York Avenue.
And after all, you're my wonder.
For the Florida Department of Health right here in Volusia County, I'm Dr. Holly Smith.
The Atlantic hurricane season begins June 1st and continues through November 30th. Be prepared and take time to develop your emergency plans. Stock a 14-day supply of non-perishable food, water, and medical items for your family. Identify special needs for you and your loved ones. Discuss and create an evacuation plan. Remember, shelter should only be used as a last resort. For more information, visit volusia.org/emergency.
Hiking, biking, and paddling are just a few of the things you can do with the county's Explore Volusia program. Gary Daniels takes us along for an inside look into these eco-adventures.
The best part of the day's ride was through the heavy growth. It's cool, lots to look at. The bridge was neat. It was just very nice.
We're new here, so we're trying to get experience with everything that's available. And this is just an awesome program.
Explore Volusia is from the Volusia Forever program, where Volusia County voted to tax themselves over 20 years to acquire conservation lands. So Explore Volusia is to get people out onto those conservation lands to know what their tax dollars are going towards. One of our important plants in these barrier islands are all across the lagoon are mangroves. So in this area right here, we can name all 3 different types of mangroves. Does anyone know the 3 different types?
Black, white, and red.
Black, white, and red.
We've been wanting to learn a lot about the environment here in Florida since we're new to the area just the past few years. So we try to make a lot of trays, outreach programs to learn more about the environment.
It's an experience that I would suggest everybody to come and see and participate in some of the deals that that they have going on here. And a good way of meeting a lot of different people, from different areas.
It's important to show people, give them an idea they can see firsthand some of the problems. For example, today they'll get to learn about the problems in the Indian River Lagoon with water quality, maybe problems with fertilizers, algal blooms, different things. So now we're going to test nitrate. And if you're familiar with fertilizers, nitrate is one of the big ones. So, just drop a little tablet in. pH and nitrate are the only ones that change colors, really. Go ahead and kind of see what we're looking at here.
Oh, it's like a different color. It's orange versus pink.
It is a little different color.
I learned about the water, the pH balance, the salt balance, just a whole lot of information.
We can go ahead and start launching, just I'll stay in this area.
I want to be a marine biologist when I get older, and I like kayaking.
My daughter's interested in marine biology. She wants to study it when she gets older, so we'll do whatever we can to help with her schooling.
Today I saw mangroves, red, white, and black mangroves. The sea beans, water, of course, oyster beds, and birds. My favorite part was learning about the mangroves, I guess, because it's kind of interesting to learn how they get rid of their salt and why they're there.
The ultimate takeaway is the importance of these conservation lands, how they're corridors for animals to go through Volusia County, and that why we have them. It's water recharge zones, just overall importance of our conservation lands and why they're there. It's a big takeaway I want people to get from the programs.
I think this is an absolutely awesome program. This is just really a great opportunity.
This is neat. This is something like this got to keep going on.
The county has some not-so-secret hotspots for anglers to land that trophy fish. Shelley Safranek has the details in this week's Here and Now.
Volusia County is home to a coastline offering up to 47 miles of sun, surf, and sand. Fishing in Volusia County is great, and a lot of folks may not know we have ocean piers that make it possible to fish in the Atlantic Ocean without having a boat. And according to experts, you're likely to reel in a good catch at an ocean pier as numerous kinds of fish congregate around the structure it creates along the seabed.
We're here now on the Jetty deck at Lighthouse Point Park. It's a beautiful Friday afternoon, and there's folks fishing out here on the Jetty deck and on the jetty itself, and you can catch all manner of great eating species out here. Snook, mangrove snapper, flounder, black drum, sheep's head, all kinds of good fish can be caught out here. Ocean fish right out here on the jetty at Lighthouse Point Park. It's an 800-foot long concrete deck. It's handicapped accessible, so your folks that are your relatives and friends that are handicapped can make it out here on the jetty deck and enjoy the beautiful view and the scenery, the ocean, the inlet, the boating, and catch some good saltwater fish at the same time.
Now, if you're going to fish at the jetty, you'll want to use shrimp, finger mullet, mud minnows, or cut squid or herring. You also can use lures, but Nolan cautions using a net near the rocks to catch live bait.
You can use a cast net. I would caution against using a cast net near the rocks. Remember, the rocks go under the water a great distance, right, 30, 40, 50 feet out. So they're you're very apt to get snagged or hooked on a rock and get a snag, and you won't be able to retrieve your gear. And we'd rather than you break that gear off, we'd like you to get it. So be careful cast netting off the jetty. We would recommend that you cast net back on the beach area where it's sandy on the bottom so you don't lose your net or get it hung on a rock.
The jetty deck at Lighthouse Point Park is about 8 miles south of Daytona Beach shores. There's no fee to visit or fish at the jetty. There is a vehicle access fee, though, if you want to drive your vehicle onto the beach or into the park. The entrance fee at the park is $10 per vehicle.
So we're here in New Smyrna Beach at Smyrna Dunes Park, a place you can bring your whole family, including your pet, and spend an afternoon of fishing. Another great place to fish in Volusia County.
It's a 350-foot long, 10-foot wide fishing pier in about 18 feet of water on the dog-friendly shoreline at Smyrna Dunes Park. It's a beautiful place, as you can see. Great place to view the boats, the Disappearing Islands area, and the inlet, and do some saltwater fishing without a boat. On this pier, you catch all kinds of unique species. Like we just talked about Lighthouse Point Park, catching redfish and snook and flounder. On this pier, you can catch whiting, small sharks, mangrove snapper, bluefish that come through seasonally, and redfish and sea trout as well. So this is a terrific addition to the fishing piers in Volusia County.
The Smyrna Dunes Fishing Pier is on the south side of Ponce de Leon Inlet, the other side of the inlet from Lighthouse Point Park. There is no cost to fish at the pier. There is a vehicle entrance fee for the park of $10. And as Nolan mentioned, Smyrna Dunes Park is dog-friendly. There are additional ocean piers all along the county's coast, including the Main Street Pier and the Sunglow Pier. These piers offer a great opportunity to enjoy a beautiful scenic fishing experience while also providing access to large pelagic species many cannot catch without a boat. To check out more fishing spots in Volusia County, visit sportsvolusia.org. Under Activities, you'll find a list of fishing spots in Volusia County, including the ocean piers. For Volusia Here and Now, I'm Shelley Safranek.
They said I couldn't dream. Called me a piece of trash and swore that's all I'd ever be. Said a bottle couldn't see the ocean. Give up. Go back to the dumpster. But I didn't listen. I made my way. And now, I am what I've always wanted to be.
Every parent knows that getting your kids to eat healthy can be a challenge. In today's Solutions for Your Life, we'll learn how one local elementary school solves the problem through gardening.
Welcome to Solutions for Your Life. I'm Patrick Zayas, manager of the Family Nutrition Program at the University of Florida IFAS Extension in Volusia County. And with me today is...
I'm Patty Young with University of Florida Family Nutrition Program as well.
And if we look like we're in a garden, well, that's because we are. We are here at Stark Elementary School, and we are highlighting the garden program that is a cooperation between the University of Florida IFAS Extension Volusia County Master Gardener Program, as well as the Family Nutrition Program. The goal of this garden is to encourage kids to make the healthy choice the easiest choice and expose them to fruits and vegetables they may not normally try.
The fourth graders work with me. I come, we plant the garden, I teach them how to take care of it, what to do, start to finish, and having a successful garden.
The Family Nutrition Program is a grant-funded program located at the University of Florida and in 39 counties across the state. Here in Volusia County, we partner with the Volusia County Master Gardeners to help create a garden for students to work in. The Master Gardeners help us out by providing the garden expertise and the knowledge that they have and help to inspire us to encourage the garden to keep growing. The purpose of it is, again, to get all the kids to be more familiar with fruits and vegetables they don't typically normally try, and then to leave them with habits that they will continue to have in the future, such as healthy eating and choosing healthy foods when they go to the cafeteria.
Patrick, I like that you said the word inspire, because I know when I was, like this big, I was inspired to garden. And, it was more common then. And so I come here and, our saying is sowing seeds, growing minds. So we're not only sowing seeds here and getting actual plants, we're sowing seeds with the kids. We're talking about their health. There's so many kids that eat a lot of junk food. The kids are inspired to eat healthier, and they're growing up, and they're gonna hopefully be doing what we're doing one day, is my hope. But don't take my word for it. Let's hear it from the kids.
What I learned about eating healthy is it can provide a healthy and strong life for you. I've learned that some bugs are good for plants and some are not, because some help eat the bugs that destroy the plants, and some help the plants by eating the other bugs. What I like about gardening is that you can work with your family and friends. When I learned how to eat healthy, my family started to learn how to eat healthy. The foods that I learned about gardening include collard greens, radishes, bell peppers.
To plant, grow, and maintain a successful garden, it takes more than just us. We need the cooperation of the principal, vice principal, and teacher to help maintain and sustain this garden for the future.
This program is unique for Stark Elementary School because in our neighborhood where our students come from, they don't get the chance to grow vegetables and see how they can keep you healthy.
The garden got started initially for science. I'm the science teacher here at Stark for 4th grade. So I wanted to incorporate life science for their learning standards, and it just grew from there.
The parents in our community think that this is a great opportunity for their students. The students are very excited when they go home and say they've tested different vegetables from the garden, and they are more inclined to purchase those vegetables when they go to the store.
The kids have responded to the garden, and it's been very positive. both academically and on a social emotional level. The academics, their science standards on their testing, you can see the life science scores went up dramatically from previous years. But also my students who struggle sometimes with some emotional baggage, they love to come out here to work in this garden, and it relieves tension. It just brings back positivity to their day. So it's just a place of learning and comfort.
The funniest thing I've heard from the students coming from the garden is they didn't realize how much the insects were involved in the process of gardening. And so they were like, oh, we have to have butterflies here or bees here.
The other kids around the school anxiously await coming to 4th grade. They can't wait to get into the garden. They know what we do. But also the teachers can bring their kids are always welcome out here to observe, do some science. So it's just been a huge impact on the entire school.
Wow, Patty, these kids are really lucky for having a garden like this.
Well, the key to being healthy is to eat healthy.
With Solutions for Your Life, I'm Patrick Zayas.
And Patty Young.
Have a wonderful day.
Hi, I'm Josh Wagner.
And I'm Billy Wheeler. During the planning stages of the Tomstead Veteran Memorial Bridge, people voiced their desire to have a Veterans Memorial Plaza on the northwest side of the bridge.
The Veterans Memorial Plaza will create a special place in our community for people to reflect and connect with our fallen heroes.
The proposed concept for the new Veterans Memorial Plaza is estimated to be a $1.2 million endeavor.
Your donation will help us create a special place in our community in which we can honor Volusia County veterans from all military branches and military conflicts. To help fund our Veterans Memorial Plaza, visit veteransmemorialbridge.com or call Volusia County Accounting at 386-736-5933.
We appreciate your support to create this lasting memorial for those who have served and continue to serve our country.
Don't wait. Communicate. Make your emergency plan today.
The beach might seem like a summertime adventure, but for residents and guests of Volusia County, it's a year-round playground. Dr. Holly Smith has more on keeping safe at our beaches.
A day at the beach. It's a draw for people who live in Volusia County and a draw for hundreds of thousands who visit every year. That means it's also a draw for public health officials. You see, they test the ocean water to make sure it's safe for those who want to take a dip. Every other week, the Department of Health in Volusia County collects samples of ocean water from one end of the county to the other. They're measuring the level of enteric bacteria. Enteric bacteria, it's a scientific name that's easier to understand when you put it in plain language.
It's associated with stormwater, pet waste, human sewage, that sort of thing. So it can provide as an indicator that bacteria levels that could be pathogenic are present in the ocean water.
It's a type of bacteria that's always there. It's a natural occurrence. But when the levels of enteric bacteria are higher than acceptable, it could be a health hazard for swimmers. But do not let this make you weary of riding the waves. It's very rare for public health officials to issue an advisory during our swimming season. That's May to October.
We do get higher levels in the late winter and early spring, oftentimes. And it's in a few isolated spots routinely. We've been doing this for 18, 19 years, actually predating 2000. So we've got a lot of data on it. And it seems to be the same general locations during the same time of the year.
Shelby says they've only found one association between increased bacteria levels and the time of year when those rises occur. The answer? Flocks of migratory birds, thousands of birds. It's another natural occurrence. To deal with it, a swimming advisory is posted for swimmers until those bacteria levels drop. It's usually just a couple of days until Mother Nature makes things right again. Environmental specialist Rachel Sweet explains how the samples are taken.
Today we're going to be doing some water sampling, and these are some of the tools I use. These are our sample bags, which go hooked onto our tongs. The sample's taken about waist deep water, so I hook them onto the tongs, walk out, grab the sample, collect it. I also use a second bag to take the temperature at each site that we sample, and then once all the samples are collected, they are taken to the lab for analysis. All right, let's go do some water samples.
The Department of Health samples 13 locations every 2 weeks. It takes 2 staff members. One starts in Ormond Beach, the other starts in New Smyrna Beach, and they meet in the middle. With the wind in their hair and the sun on their faces, this must be a coveted job in the department, right?
Not in January. You know, there's a lot of days where we're out there and it's blowing 20 miles an hour and the water temp's 58 degrees and it's not so fun then.
Woo! If you'd like more information on the Florida Healthy Beaches program, just log on to our website. The address is volusiahealth.com. For the Florida Department of Health right here in Volusia County, I'm Dr. Holly Smith.
That concludes this special episode. Thank you for watching Volusia Magazine. If you have any questions about the show, you can feel free to give us a call at any of the numbers you see listed here, or you can log on to volusia.org and click on the News tab at the top of the screen to find us. And we hope you won't forget to listen to Volusia Today. That's Volusia County Government's weekly public radio broadcast. Volusia Today airs every Tuesday, Wednesday, and Sunday mornings on the local radio stations you see on your screen. For Volusia Magazine, I'm Amber Osman, and I hope you have a wonderful evening.